subject matter for today. Who are you inviting to the cookout?
Okay, Rob. Who
All
are
right,
we
before
inviting?
we get into that, let's get our encouraging word for today. So, Christine, if you will.
Did you know the phrase crab mentality
Mhm,
is used to describe the if I can't have it,
mhm,
neither can you mindset? The metaphor refers to a pot of crabs that could easily get out, but
mhm,
they ensure their own demise by competitively crawling at each other like spiteful humans trying to bring down those
mm.
who are more successful
Wow.
by diminishing their importance. Now, this is a lot. And when I first read this, I said to Rob, did you write this?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is very telling. Whereas you're talking about a mindset, but it says here that it refers to a pot of crabs that could easily get out.
Hmm.
So if you were focusing on your journey, you could easily get out. But the
Right.
mindset is to make sure no one else gets out.
Mm.
That's something else because you get out and go on about your business. I don't know what you, so there is a limiting, to say the least, a limiting mindset of that crab in the barrel. Now the crab in the barrel, do you think that's a contagious mindset?
Mm. No, I think it's more of a learned behavior,
Okay.
more of a emotion, a jealousy type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When people are complacent in their lives and what they're doing, but
Mm-hmm.
they see others elevating, elevate with Vern, and going higher, they become jealous. And then they're like, why? What is Christine doing that I'm not doing? Why is she, you know, excelling in her life? Why isn't that happening for me?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the midst of them thinking that or having that type of mentality, they may not be conscious of it, but they're symbolically trying to pull you down and speak
Mm-hmm.
negatively about what you're doing because deep down inside, they're jealous because they're not seeing it for themselves.
Wow. Well, we're going to break some chains today. I hope in this conversation,
Mhm.
we talk about humor and how humor is good for the soul. Let's get into it and get to put some humor in this very serious topic. Who you're
Yes,
not to the
yes, yes. All right. So let's get into it. Yes, this is going to be fun. So let's have some fun with it. All right. So we're not going to we're not going to mention any names in who we're talking about, but all right. So the first one we're going to go over, we're going to reflect back on your childhood days.
Okay.
So who were some of those people, whether they be your friends, family, most likely family members during your childhood days? Who were some of those individuals that you did not want to have when you had a family function or a family gathering or something where you know it could go left real quick? So who were who were some of those individuals in your childhood days that you can think about that would fit that category, and why? What was it about them that you did not want them to have in your circle at that time? This is in your past. We're not talking about the present. We're going to get back to that in a little bit. We're talking about the past. So,
Okay.
Christine, you want to go first?
Well, I just think of one individual, believe it or
Uh,
not, a female who just didn't have any etiquette. They would go up like four or five minimum, like plate after plate after plate. They'd
uh,
be like eating everything. And so you kind of like have everyone looking, and they'd bring a bag. So to go,
yeah, 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 yes. Yes. Oh my goodness.
To
Yeah.
go. I'm talking containers. So these are folks that, yeah, they know about. Everybody know about Tupperware. You ever heard about Tupperware in the trunk?
Of
These are
course.
folks that, yeah. I
They keep it with them, right?
think that almost always the females is okay.
No. I see some guys do it, but yeah, mostly the females. But yeah, some guys do it as well. Oh man, they won't bring the Tupperware. They just put in whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But there's some that get sophisticated and they do
Mm.
the Tupperware. They can wash it and put it back in the trunk.
Oh yeah. Oh
Different
yeah.
sizes. Yeah, one with a handle so the cake doesn't. You got their own cake handler. I'm telling you. Yeah,
Uh,
I
so
met
let,
some
let me let me see in the comments. Who was that for you? Who is that? A family member? Was it a childhood friend?
for me.
No, not for you. I'm
Oh,
talking about for the chat.
oh, in the chat. Okay.
Don't put any names out there. We
Oh,
don't
yes,
want
that's right.
anybody
No
in
hints.
trouble.
No hints.
Yeah, but just say a friend or a family member. And what was it about them that you just know, like, no, do not invite that person.
Mm.
Leave them at home. If you bring them with you, you getting escorted out too.
There's always someone that wants to fight. Any reason at all. Oh, a big ball of anger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right. So let me. I got two for you.
Okay.
Childhood days. Oh boy. All right. So first one is a good friend of mine. Kendall says female cousin.
Seriously.
You better watch out now. You said a cousin now, so your family's gonna be inquiring. But I'm quite sure they already know who it is. So we'll just leave it at that. All right. But yeah, for me, my childhood friend, I can say his name. It's not a biggie. But nah, it wasn't so much that you wouldn't want him to come around, but you knew something was gonna happen.
Oh,
And most
okay.
of the times it was bad. It was my guy Eddie Rivas. He has since passed on. God bless his soul. But wild dude,
Who?
wild dude. Always into something. Always getting chased by the cops. Or always got something going on. So anytime he used to come by the house, he see my sister, my middle sister. And her name was Hope, and he always start yelling, "Hey Hope, hey Hope," and she used to get so mad because he just be yelling her names out the whole block, and she just be like, "Oh my God, why is this boy calling me?" And yeah, he would just do that all day and all night. But yeah,
Sound
oh
like he was in love though.
yeah, he had a
That's
crush
my
on her,
thing.
no doubt.
Yeah.
He definitely had a crush on her. Yeah, and then this other brother, his name Dawu, he also passed. God bless his soul. He was another one. Oh man, crazy as all outdoors. This brother, he liked to drink. So once again, I brought him by the house one time. I don't know why I did that, but I did. Yeah, I regret it. So we sitting on the porch, and he talking mess. And then my mom's, she in the house in the kitchen, but she can hear us. And he get the curse and he calling all kind of names and stuff. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, what's
no.
wrong with you? And then my mom's probably saying something like, get him off my porch.
Oh my
Yeah, so we had to go.
God.
But
Not it.
yeah. Oh man, let's see what we got in the chat. Let me see.
Mhm.
Okay, here we go. Anyone who gossips or fights. Yes, most definitely. Okay. Oh, we got Pastor Fred. Okay. Family member, very vulgar.
Oh no. Oh my. I haven't heard that in a while.
Pastor Fred, I
Vulgar.
was going to say you get an exemption from this one. But since you put it out there, it's there. Okay. All right. Kendall says, true indeed. My family knows. Yes, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. All right. Good evening, Brother Patrick. In case you're just joining us, we're having a discussion about who is that person,
Mhm.
friend, family, who is that individual that when you're going to a family function, a gathering, business meeting, or whatever the case may be, that you do not want to bring them along for that meeting or that interaction because you know it could go left real quick. So, who was that for you in your childhood days? We haven't gotten to our current stage. We're talking about our childhood days as of right now.
There's a character. Tyler Perry has a movie, Mr. Good Deeds or Good Deeds or something. But his brother was, as you were speaking, his brother was that character in the boardroom. Or he had absolutely blew a couple of business deals. So yeah, not only to the cookout, but know who you're taking with you. Anyway, they might mess up a good thing.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right. Tina Thomas from the Loving Arms Foundation. Good
Oh,
evening.
good
Bless you. Good to have you with us. So, yes, T, who was it for you? Oh, I know you got a couple of them. Who was it for you that you were not going to invite to the cookout? Don't mention any names. Just say a little something and then why. Why was it that you didn't want to have them for that particular event, gathering, or whatever the case may be? All right, so whew, that was good.
down memory
Good
lane.
laugh there.
Yeah, down memory lane. I don't know. We spoke about the past, and I couldn't imagine that there's
Mm.
any characters like that in 2025. We don't have to worry about that, do we? No.
What?
That's all in the past. They're grown folk now. They're grown.
You would think, but you'd be surprised. Tina says, too many, but my father. Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Woo.
Folks get to a certain age or a certain mindset, and there's no
Uh,
filter. Just say whatever.
He said he was loud, outspoken, and raw, putting it mildly. Mildly. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. See, probably didn't play, huh? Mm.
Sounds like a character for film, indeed.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hmm.
Whew. All right. Christine, we ready to go into the current phase now?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So we talked about those childhood individuals that
Mhm.
didn't want to have come to the cookout, so to speak, metaphorically speaking. But now, as we are more mature, so we would hope. Uh,
Mhm.
who is it for you now? Do you still have anyone in your I don't want to say your circle, but anyone that you are acquainted with that you know if there's an event or a function going on that you, you want to stay away from inviting that individual to that event or function. Uh,
Mm.
let's see. Tina says he was the male Medea.
Oh no.
Oh wow.
A lot of stories.
Mm.
A
I
lot of
wish I could have met
stories.
him. Mm. Oh boy.
I don't, it's come to think of it,
Mm.
that's my circle so small. I can't think of,
Not a one.
uh-uh,
Mm.
mm-mm.
Come on now. Go deep.
Go deep.
Go deep.
Someone might say Christine. I ain't bringing her nowhere.
Never that.
Oh,
Never that.
might end up talking about business or what am I doing? Did you file your taxes? No one wants to hear that.
Well, no, it's something that we all have to do. So yeah, they better get that information.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So you can't think of one?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I have a
I
very
got one. And Kendall know what I'm talking about, but I can't say no names. Oh man. Kendall, do you got one? I know you got one, Kendall. Yeah, we can't say no names on this one, but yeah, we definitely got one in our midst. But oh man.
it's good to have it's good to have good friends and fellowship. We were talking about earlier today about friendships and how people have different personalities,
Mm-hmm.
right? How you kind of meet them where they're at. So with those folks that are you know what it is, and for me in situations like that, I just like it's time to go. There's always a reason to shut it down real quick. Yeah.
Yep, that's the call. It's time to go. All right, come on, let's go.
Yes, time to go.
Yeah, yeah. You're like,
Gotta catch the store before, we gotta catch the store. Gotta go.
right.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Yep, my god sister. She will tell you off if you have no common sense." Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think who that might be. Oh, do I know it, T? Let me know if I'm thinking about the same person. And Sister Jameson says,
Oh, wow.
"Don't have anyone in my circle but a family friend of mine, her sister." Okay. What did she do? What did she do that make you feel like she shouldn't be invited to the cookout? What is it about her? Okay, yeah, she volunteers at most of my events.
Oh,
I know you're talking about.
wow.
I know who you're talking about, T. I definitely know who you're talking about. Okay. Enough said. Enough said. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I
Someone who's helpful. Oh, wow. That's a tough one.
So Sister Jameson says, you invite her to a function, she would clean up every food, all the food left over. Oh, so she gonna be the one with the Tupperware, grabbing 3 or 4 plates afterwards. Oh
That's
man.
all. I've seen people come with boxes. I'm serious. I'm okay. What I tell you, the circle now is very small. Hello.
Oh, goodness.
No joke.
Woo.
No joke. They got, yeah.
Uh,
They
Kendall
got.
says, take your pick, Rob. I only got one brother, so you know who I'm picking. T says she is crazy. Yeah. I got you, T. I got you.
So, have you, on the opposite side, have you seen anyone redeem from that? Where, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you saw the person and yeah, they're the ones packing the box. And in the top where had no, they're very uncouth, as they would say. They had, no home training is another one, and so I don't, if there's a Southern uh, colloquialism or a Southern thing, when someone has no house manners, what they say, they're not kept. What would they say?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
I wonder if anyone knows anyone that's been redeemed. You turn around, you have to do a double kick. You go, what?
I'm trying to think. I'm quite sure it is, but it's not coming to me right now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think on that one a little bit more.
Nobody has a testimony of somebody that was redeemed.
Yeah, we gotta have a couple in there.
Nobody that was redeemed from the.
Okay, my god sister too. Good toys, whatever. Okay. Oh yes.
Oh yes. Okay, so we have someone. Rob's been redeemed. Oh no.
I just
Okay, Rob.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I used to cut up back in the day, but.
Oh, is that right, Mr. Redeemed? Okay. So there's nothing.
Hey, T. Now you weren't too far behind now, so watch yourself, all right?
There's nothing too hard for the Lord, Rob. You justify. Okay.
Man, God is good. Woo! Yes. Wow.
Well, back to the crabs in the barrel. These folks just seem harmless, though. They weren't hurting nobody. They were just.
Who's that?
The folks that we were seeing in the chat. The ones with the Tupperware in the trunk or.
Oh, okay.
At the right time, their own cake pans. They seem harmless. They don't seem like crabs in the barrel.
No, not to that extent, but just don't look good. Like, everybody looking at you like, who is this? That's Christine friend. Christine gets no more invitations just because of
right.
Yes.
Rolling with who you coming up.
Like, you want to invite Christine? No, you remember she brought so and so that took up all the food? No. Your invitation got revoked because of what's his name? Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's we only have maybe 1 or 2 people that have been redeemed, But with the crab in the barrels, I think they're the quiet ones. Then
Oh yeah.
they would be the quiet ones because these folks we were talking about are harmless,
Mm,
noisy, greedy,
mm,
got a belly full, but they're harmless. So the quiet ones that are watching,
mm.
and yeah, as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay. So we were, just as we close out today on what's holding you back, and we spoke about crabs in a barrel, how they can get out if they really could, but they're too busy trying to pull somebody else down or step on someone else. Um, it seems like a mental health issue. I never thought about it that way. I
Yeah.
don't see anyone with that mentality being happy.
No, they're not. They're miserable.
Okay.
And you know what they say about misery?
Mm,
Misery loves company. That's why they
mm,
pull you back in with them.
mm,
They want to be. They want you to be miserable with them. So yeah, that is true, Christine. Yeah, that it is a mental thing. Yeah,
mm,
when you're at a place where you just complacent, don't really have any ambition, don't want to do anything for yourself, and you see other people striving and excelling, you're like, no, where you going? Come back here. Oh, come back down here with us. Just sit down. Be comfortable. Don't do nothing with yourself. Take it easy. Like, no.
You're doing too much.
Yeah, right. You're doing too much. Yeah,
Has anyone ever heard that in the chat? Has anyone ever said to you, "You're doing too much"?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
Hmm.
So you have to watch out because sometimes people tell you who they are.
Oh, yes, they will.
Right?
They definitely will.
Yeah, you watch them out. I enjoyed the conversation today
Oh,
because
yeah. This was good.
I
This
was
was,
laughing and getting a good time on characters
yeah.
that really and truly, yeah, you don't want to take them to the banquet hall. You don't want to take them to the Grammys, but
Yeah.
uh,
Christine, some of them I was scared to take them to church.
right?
They were like,
But
yeah,
and
like,
really and truly, they're the ones that are really harmless, right? And then the ones that
mm,
are devious and quiet, like and all of that.
mm, yeah,
Because
yeah.
sometimes those crab in the buckets, they don't really show themselves up until you find out when it's too late. But
That's right.
yeah, it's been really really good. And next week, I look forward to. I think there's another topic that we're going to really dive into.
Well, we have our guest coming on next week.
Mhm.
That name escapes me right now, but yes, we're going to have a very special guest coming on next week. So
Mhm.
please tune in for that. So Sister Jameson says undercover. Yes,
Undercover.
you gotta
Under,
watch it. Mhm.
mhm. The ones that are loud and
Yeah.
sometimes those are the empty drums.
All
There's
right. They're gonna tell it on themselves.
the empty drums. They make the most noise, but there's nothing there. So the ones that are covert,
Yep.
those ones in the back is that are covert. And speaking of that, after our special guest, I'd love to speak about the thin air, the air up here. I'm not sure if that's a movie. That sounds very familiar. I don't know where I got that from, but it sounds good. The
Mhm.
air up here. So air up here meaning that when you get to a certain level in your career, in your business, it's a different atmosphere. It's a
Mhm.
different atmosphere. And so I've heard of someone say that when you try to pull somebody up, the opposite. So we just spoke about the crab in the barrels, and the crab in the barrels are pushing people down. Now the
Right.
opposite is when you're trying to pull people up and
Right.
you pull them up, but they're not used to this atmosphere because the air on top of the mountain is a lot thinner than
Yes.
the air and the base.
Yeah.
So I'd love to speak about that. I know we're out of time today,
Okay.
but um, where you pull someone up,
Mm.
like they
Uh,
fish out of water,
yeah. Yeah. Like, nah, you should
try
have
to
left
help
me
them
early.
out, and
Right.
there's a lot to go out of that one. So there's always the opposite there.
All right. Love that. So my
Hmm.
brother Kendall says, "Do you think they know they are haters?
Yes,
You think they know?" Do they
Yes, they
know?
do.
Yeah, you think so?
They know they're haters. They know they're haters. And that's why they're strategic because they're haters and they don't want to do the work.
Mm,
So if they don't want to do the work, then by having other people keeping them company at a certain level,
uh,
it's status quo. They don't feel so bad about themselves because everybody else is there. Like you said, they got company.
that's
But
right.
absolutely, they know.
Okay. All right. Very good, Christine. Very.
Mhm.
Mama Bowles, good evening and blessings. I hope you caught most of the broadcast. It was full of lots of laughs as we were having a discussion about who you do not want to invite to the cookout. So if you missed it, Mama Bowles, please go back and watch it. We had a wonderful time in just talking about some of those memories of our childhood days where we had those certain friends, family members that we knew that if they were coming out to a family function, there was bound to be a problem sooner or later. So, yes, please, if you missed it, please go back and watch and put in your comments. We would love to hear your feedback.
I think Mama Bose can close us out. I'm sure she has a couple of stories, a
Oh, yeah.
couple of characters.
Because, yes, I am very familiar with most of her sons. As yeah, those are my buddies there.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, we had a lot of people in our circle that yeah, we couldn't invite to them parties either. So yes, I'm sure Mama has quite a few to put on in the chat there. So yeah, okay, thank you. I will do the recap. Okay, all right, please do. Look
Awesome.
forward to hearing from you. All right, so Christine, we ready to close it out for this evening?
Yes, we are. Remind everyone that Elevate with Vern is happening this Saturday. Please register, invest in yourself, invest in the business that's going to help you elevate with Vern. So we'll put that chat and the link for the Zoom.
Right. I'm going to put that link in the chat as soon as the broadcast is finished. It will not allow me to put in so many characters.
Okay.
It will include the Zoom link. So look in the comment section here on our YouTube channels, and I'll also post it in on my Facebook page. So please support Elevate with Vern. She's having a Kingdom Builder business workshop. That's this Saturday, February the 22nd at 2 p.m. And I'm going to share the Zoom link so you can sign up and be a part of that and join in with Vern. She's one that's very inspiring, very encouraging, and she's going to be having some guest speakers come on to share different tips and strategies and help you in building a business for yourself. So, on behalf of Christine Allen from Clear Ambitions, my name is Rob Mccray from the Business Building Network. We thank you all for watching. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. Christine's YouTube channel is Clear Ambitions, and my YouTube channel is Rob Mccray Networking. So once again, we thank you all for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next week right here at 6 p.m. for another edition of What's Holding You